Hello everyone and welcome to You've Got Potential. In this rubric, Act on Potential, we will be going over what grad school is, how to apply, and all the tips and tricks that us upperclassmen have gathered along the way. For starters, we're going to learn today about what grad school is, what kinds of grad school are there, and what they can prepare you for with regards to future careers. So, grad school is a way to enhance your understanding of your field of interest. For example, let's say you studied biology and you find it really interesting. Maybe you were motivated by the fact that some biological discoveries have been applied into curing disease, or maybe you are fascinated to discover how everything in our body works. You could, for example, start with doing a master's, which is usually a 2-year program that includes a lot of specialized courses that have the goal of you learning more advanced information about your topic of interest. And usually there's also a research or internship project paired with the master's degree. It is not funded, however, which means you're going to have to pay for it yourself. Alternatively, you could do a PhD. This route is more time intense because it takes at least 4 to 6 years on average in order for it to be completed. The focus of the PhD is also on discovery and research experience. You are basically a full-time researcher working on a project that no one has ever worked on before. And yes, you're going to be taking some classes, but the focus is definitely not heavily on them. Also, PhDs are funded, which means you are paid while you're doing your PhD. And yes, also you could be interested in something more professional. So like medical school, DO, law school, nursing programs, physician assistant. They usually take about 4 years. And the characteristic is that there is some hands-on experience, like clinical experience, for example, for medical school, and coursework. And no, they aren't funded at all. Sometimes you can get scholarships, but not really frequent. Okay, now we're gonna be comparing these different types of graduate schools with each other on the aspect of what they prepare you for, what is gonna be expected of you by the end of your studies. With a master's, the objective is really just it's the first door to understanding more in-depth, advanced knowledge about a particular topic. But why would that be necessary? Well, actually, it is going to really further your career opportunities to have an advanced degree as compared to an relatively introductory undergraduate degree. So going back to our example from earlier where you were studying biology, maybe you took a class that is a specific subfield of biology, but you really liked it and you would like to learn more about that. That's what a master's can help you with, and to get also jobs within that field. However, moving on to a PhD, what can it prepare you for? Well, PhDs are really intensive programs where you are going to be learning how to think independently and think critically about science, experimentation, and project design. You're going to literally be a full-time researcher that is looking to discover something that is yet to be known. What it can prepare you for? Well, similarly to a master's, it is again a specialized degree, but it is more specialized in that you're going to be focusing very, very, very intensely on one particular subtopic of one particular subfield of, say, biology. And now on to our third field of grad schools, professional, which, by the way, when I say professional, I'm particularly referring to graduate programs that prepare you for careers where you aren't necessarily studying or conducting research or acquiring knowledge anymore. For example, you may want to become a doctor and you're going to be taking all these classes about how the human body works, what kind of diseases are there, how to recognize them and prevent them. And then you use that knowledge to hands-on cure your patients or prevent them from being sick. This route therefore provides targeted expertise-driven job opportunities. And one thing that I've omitted so far is the MD-PhD route, which, as the name implies, is a bit of a hybrid between the PhD and the MD route, and is often favored by people who want to integrate the hands-on clinical aspect of medicine with the research aspect of getting a PhD. Maybe like running clinical trials and clinical studies, stuff like that. Alright, we're now going to be looking at some careers that are usually associated with each of these degrees. First, on the master aspect of things, management and business are frequent routes that are taken by students who graduate with a master's degree. However, that can include also more technical jobs that are still maybe related to research or the kind of work that you did in your internship. When it comes to PhD, the two most likely routes for people, especially in the STEM fields, are academia, so working as a researcher and lecturer in a university, or industry, where you are, again, a researcher or manager of research projects. Lastly, with regards to the professional degrees, they're a little bit self-explanatory. Usually you study something that you're going to be doing. For example, you may study for a position in healthcare, such as a doctor, or a position in law, such as a lawyer. This concludes our first episode of Act on Potential, our rubric dedicated to helping you understand, learn about, and navigate the graduate school process. Thank you so much for watching. We really encourage you to send us your questions below about whatever you may want to know about grad school and the whole process that goes along with it. We wish you a great day, and remember, you've got potential.